Greetings, y'all. Isn't y'all great? It's perfect for every situation, and it's not gender exclusive. I love it. It's a relic of my days in Tennessee. Spent 4 summers down there. Uh, some of the best times. So, in recent days, I've thought a lot about how communities can come together and how we can overcome the times that we're in. Because it's no joke. Uh, we know there's an imminent second wave, and so we have to prepare. Mainers, we're pretty good at buckling down the hatch and getting ready for winter. When I was a kid, as soon as the last snow was thawed, my grandfather was out getting the fallen trees and cutting it down so it could season for the following winter. And in the spirit of that, we as a community should think ahead. There might come a time when all we have is virtual and online communications. It might get to a point that we were in back in March and April. Hopefully not, but we never know. So, preparing for the future, I thought of a possible challenge that we could do. And it could be used here in our community, but it could be adapted on a global level for communities all over the world. And I'm calling it the Virtual Neighbor Challenge. And everyone's heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge. So it's something similar to that, but virtual. And instead of dumping ice over someone else, you just introduce yourself to the community. You can make it as long or as short as you want, and you can just say whatever you like. Possibly different hobbies or habits, things that you like. I really like this rhododendron tree behind me, and you can say what part of the community role you play, and we can all do that. And then we can all get to know each other, because it seems we're slipping into some dangerous times where we're judging one another based on a small profile picture, black and white text on a screen, and then a few facts that may or may not be outdated on someone's profile. That is scary, honestly, to me. And so it would be nice to avoid 1984 style neighbor ratting on neighbor. So to avoid that, let's get to know each other. And I look forward to that. This behind me is my 3 sisters' raised bed. It's in an old sandbox, and it is a Native American style of planting where you plant corn, squash, and peas all in the same bed, and they take up different root systems, they take up different leaves systems, and they can all help each other. And I accidentally discovered it when I was studying square foot gardening, and that was back in 2017. Back then, I grew some glass gem corn, which I love. I specifically grew it for my mother because she loves popcorn, and this is a popping corn, and it's so pretty. I meant to give it as a gift, but then I lost it between harvest and Christmas, and then I finally found it last year, so like 2 years later, and then I used it as decorations last fall. This spring, with quarantine, I was like, you know what, might as well try. So I took a couple kernels, didn't think they would germinate, but they did. And you can see back there, that is that corn. And then I have another bed over yonder, that's the same thing. So that's a little bit about me. And now, just tell me a little bit about yourselves. I moved here in December 2018, and I've never regretted it. I traveled the world in my 20s. I had a bunch of different jobs: whitewater rafting as a guide, lifeguard in a couple places, camp counselor for a couple years, server, lots of customer service related jobs. And then in my 30s, I knew I wanted to settle down. And so here I am, back in Maine, back where I love, and I found this beautiful place. And I look forward to getting to know y'all. All right. So I'm not going to nominate anyone. I'm just going to let people who feel called just step forward and film themselves in the comfort of their own home. And after that, y'all can nominate someone, and then we can pass this on. And as a community, we can get to know each other. All right. Have a good evening, y'all.